they stay.
You're gonna feel that, man. You're gonna feel
Right.
that. And if
So we have to be mindful of our words, our actions, how we treat our ladies, and if you have daughters, how you treat your queen matters. It's what they see, and then what they accept is what they see, and then it's what they accept. Because now you are setting the standard, like, okay, this is how I deserve to be treated.
you're blue and different. If you
Right.
put your hands on a woman,
Right.
you're a punk.
Welcome to another episode of the Brothers Who Talk. With Terry and AD. This podcast is about men talking about everyday shenanigans, the stuff that makes us mad, to the topics that concern why in the world do these guys have a podcast. Let's get to it.
All right, welcome to another episode of the Brothers Who
Yes.
Talk podcast. This is season
Yes.
2, episode Quattro.
Quattro.
Today. All right, so I know last week, because it's funny how we get on here every single week and we have to ask each other, what episode is this?
Right.
Every week.
Right.
It's kind of crazy. But this week, this is season 2, episode 4,
Yes.
Quattro. Other Brothers Who Talk. So
Damn.
welcome aboard. If you guys are watching on YouTube, thank you for supporting, and make sure you thumbs
Yes.
up and subscribe. If you're listening to us on audio on MyHeartRadio or Apple or Spotify or Google,
Wherever.
thank you. Make sure you leave a review.
Yes.
That's it. A
Yes.
review.
Leave a review and definitely continue to support us.
For sure.
Share it out. Like, if you hear anything that you like
Mm.
and you enjoying the podcast, share it with somebody you know. Now I appreciate if you just post it up on Facebook. Hey, great podcast. Find some people that you actually know, inbox them, say, listen, this podcast is pretty good.
Yeah.
And it just helps spread the word, spread the message, and we can grow and get to the people that matter. Because that's all we're making impact. We're not really focused just on being popular, though we're going to be the number 1 podcast very soon. I just want you to share it out to those that matter, because we give these messages and we do the research and we dig into these stories, and the things that we share come from our heart. These are the things that we're dealing with personally and the things we've overcome. So if it resonates with you, just share it out.
Yeah.
Share it out.
Please.
So that's all.
Please.
That's all.
Yeah,
Just a quick
please.
PSA. Just a quick PSA.
So like we do on every episode, AD, man, how was your week?
Yes. It's good. It's been good so far. I'm gonna keep it real. The lady has been surprising me with some early Valentine's stuff, because we don't really go all in on Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just been doing some nice things along the way, and I am much appreciative of it. I'm gonna just say that.
Yeah. Gary.
What's that face mean, brother? What's going down?
I'm jealous a little bit, I guess. I don't know. But my honey just got back from Chicago.
Yes.
She was in Chicago for visiting her family and helping her mom out. So she just got back. Let me tell you something. You don't realize how much you miss somebody until they're gone. And see, that's the problem. That's
right there.
I'm telling
That's
you.
over.
Fellas, listen to me. If you listen to this podcast and you got a girlfriend or you got a wife and she go now and she take care of the house and she take care of the kids and she's stuff, and when you are left to your own devices once she's gone,
Right.
brother, listen to me.
Right.
If you can't cook, you show it. You know what I'm saying? And don't let it be an off pay week. It's gonna be
Ain't no going out
ain't
tonight.
no be no Mickey D's, ain't no door dashing or Uber eating. It's gonna be these syrup sandwiches. And those of us that are from the hood know about them syrup sandwiches. Syrup sandwiches. And don't get creative and get tomatoes and rice. You remember that? I don't know. I'm telling my age now. So, hey, tomatoes and rice was a meal, man. You didn't need no meat. It was just tomatoes and rice.
Right.
Have it for 2-3 days, and you straight. Boy.
Vegetarian style, right
I'm
there.
trying to tell you.
All organic.
And my wife still get on me because there's certain things that I still do as I did as a kid. Like I love sugar water because I hate plain water. I don't like plain water. If I can sweeten it somehow or whatever, I would. And so as a kid, I used to go through. My mom used to kick my butt, man. I'm telling you, I used to run through about 2 or 3 5-pound bags of sugar like a week, and I would just have sugar water. I had, excuse me, because Kool-Aid, wasn't always a luxury when I was a kid, man. You gotta innovate.
Right.
Excuse me. I got that cough, man. So yeah, I would just get a cup or a glass, and I would get that cold water and take about 3 or 4 scoops of.
Into the cold water.
Into the cold water.
You don't like warm water a little bit, just a little bit, just dissolve it.
No.
And just pour that.
No. But see, I didn't know that as a kid, though.
Oh, okay.
Because you want to know why I didn't know that? Because I flunked science in school, and so I flunked science in school, and so I'll get cold water, push it, and then I would realize I would look at the bottom of the glass and go, why is all this sugar still down here? And so I just took it upon myself to just recycle. So I just put more water in there with the sugar that's left and stir it to it.
That makes it make another cup.
Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff.
But hold on, before you move on. Because I'm gonna tell you the silly stuff that happens in New York.
Oh, Lord.
So in New York, let me just let you know, if you go, I don't know if you ever go there, but if you do go, when you ask for tea, you're never gonna get sweet tea.
Oh, that's Chicago.
Yeah, and then they bring you sugar packets. Like, what am I gonna do with this cold tea and this daggone sugar?
Yeah, that's Chicago. That's Chicago. Which brings up a funny story. When I first moved to Chicago in 2010. I went to a place up there, and people who listen from Chicago, they'll know this place. It's called Portillo's, and Portillo's is famous for their chocolate cake and their Italian beef and things of that nature. And I remember going. And because I had just got through watching the Blackhawks game at the Fox and Hound. See, people from Chicago are going to know about that. Fox and Hound. And then I went over to Portillo's to get me something to eat. Give me something to eat. And I wanted some sweet tea. And she was like, well, we don't have sweet tea here.
Wow.
What?
What?
What you mean? Who don't have sweet tea? She was like, we don't have sweet tea here. I said, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. And she gave me my large unsweetened tea with about 25 sugar packets. Like, what am I doing? Like you said, what am I gonna do with that?
It just cold tea.
It doesn't dissolve. Right. I call it, man. But I know where I live now is the same way. You can't.
Right.
It's very simple. You go to a restaurant and get sweet tea.
Right.
They'll say they have a flavored tea, but they don't have sweet tea.
Sweet.
The only place you can get a sweet tea from is like the chain restaurants like McDonald's, Burger King, this or that.
Right.
But Mickey D's sweet tea though be hitting pretty good.
It'd be sweet.
Yeah. Popeyes on some other level too, but they closed out Popeyes here, so yeah. But anyway,
all right, let's go.
Flashing back down memory lane. I hope y'all enjoyed that. All right, so next up, we're gonna get into our next portion. Now, what we did this week, we decided to make some changes to the podcast, and one of the things that we're gonna take out is current events because that's not our wheelhouse. That's what we realized. So we're gonna jump out of that. But what we will get into still is what makes us mad. All right.
Yes.
So, AD.
Yes.
Tell me why you mad, son.
Man, let me tell you something. So, and I'm gonna keep it real. Like I was thinking before we started, I was like, I don't really have something to be mad at. I'm pretty good. But then I realized what's happening next week, and you probably gonna hear me say this quite a few times during the course of the podcast, because I'm probably gonna mention this over and over again. Why are these kids out so early again? I'm just saying.
Next week?
Yes, next week. Yeah, exactly. In your mind, are your kids out? Of course they're not.
Why?
Because in the state of Georgia, in Henry County, that's right, I'm calling you out, Henry County. I love you though. Hey, superintendent. So the thing is, they are out so many. Next week is, I think, winter break. Yes, let that seep in. Winter break. Yeah, I don't get it. I'm not sure why we're out so much, because they were just out, I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago for something else, and yeah, I just don't understand. My children need to be in school so they can get educated. But yeah, winter break. Let that marinate.
Get that educational. Yeah.
Get that education. So I'm just not understanding. That's all. That's what I'm mad at. That's all. We have to get deep into it, but it just bothers me.
I get it. Because when I was in school, I mean, we was out Christmas, Thanksgiving, and we had teacher work days. We had one teacher work day every 6 weeks or so.
Right. Spring break.
And spring break, right? So all this other stuff that these kids go out, what? I don't know.
I don't feel like working day.
I don't know. Like, what? I didn't. Huh?
Right.
But I get it though. These teachers really need mental days, and I agree. I get it because these kids are off the chain for real. You understand me?
Right.
They talking about dating people, and what you know about dating at 10 and 8 is get out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But society has definitely changed. Teaching has definitely changed. I hope these teachers are getting a pay raise at some point because of the stuff they have to deal with every day.
Every day?
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. And I can understand it. They need to take mental days. It's just like sometimes with Brothers of Legacy or with any other social media outlet. You just take a social media day and be like, you know what? I'm gonna shut this down for the day. Right. I need to let my mind breathe. So I get it. Right. But these kids. We don't want them home just as much as y'all don't want them in school. Let's be real. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love my babies. I love my babies. Both of them. Even they're going through their growing pains right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But I still love them nonetheless. And we still do anything in the world for them. But there are days where I'm wishing the teachers didn't have a mental day because I need a mental day. You just go over there. Go over there. All right. So I'm gonna tell you why.
What you mad at? What you mad at? Son?
I'm. You know what? I'm mad today because people just don't quit. They just will not quit. And I had some incidents happen, and you know me. I'm a fan. I'm a ride for my people. I'm a ride for my people. My friends and stuff. And I'm not gonna let someone take credit for something you didn't start. And and then because he could not get to me, he calls them up, and I'm gonna sue. I'm gonna threaten legal action.
Right.
And if you don't sit your simple self down, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we're not going to go that long. Nonetheless. but people just won't quit. This is what makes me mad. Like, legit. What makes me mad is just like what I talked about this morning on the Brothers Who Talk. Brothers of Legacy.
Legacy. Mm-hmm.
People are just casting their pearls amongst swine, and people are not girding themselves. They're not guarding their pearl. And that makes me upset. Like, how much common sense does it take to screw in a light bulb? Like, if someone tells you that, if I tell you as a 2-ton locomotive coming at you,
right,
and it's going to hit you in 30 seconds, you have an option to either stand there or move, right?
Right.
And so people would stand there and let the train hit them, like,
right.
And that makes me mad. But someone I was reading on my post last night on Facebook, somebody said to me, you can't be mad at how people react. You know what I'm saying? People are going to make their decisions already been made to do whatever they're going to do. But it's still, as a friend, as someone that I roll with and respect, it was hard for me to watch it. It really was hard for me to watch that train hit them. Like, it was, But it is what it is. But that's what made me mad. What made me mad is that people just don't have, either they don't care enough, or it doesn't matter to them. I don't know what it is, but they don't care enough about what's theirs to just give it away to people. Like, it's okay.
Right.
If you're investing, I got a bridge. Like, it's a pretty bridge too. People come people come from miles around to base jump off this bridge. Yeah. So that's what makes me mad today, man. So moving on to the next portion. Since it is Black History Month.
Yes.
We're gonna get into, and this is something I should have did last week and week before that, coming in February. But I'm Black every day, so I guess it's everyday history for me.
So you know what? We know what? Maybe we just do this every day.
Right.
We'll spotlight someone every day.
Exactly.
Black History 365.
365. Now today is February the 12th, right?
Yes.
All right. So this day, February the 12th. I'm gonna give you this. It's the same day, but it's a different year. 1925, February 12th, 1925. Marcus Garvey goes into federal prison in Atlanta for mail fraud. And so Garvey, I think we were talking about before we came on air about he spent 5 years. Was it 5 years or 5 months?
5 years.
5 years for mail fraud. Started up the Universal Negro and Improvement Association, the UNIA.
Yes.
And helped to encourage a lot of African Americans. All right. February 12th, 1960. Boston Celtics center Bill Russell becomes the first NBA player to grab 51 rebounds in a game. Those of you guys who know any kind of basketball history, Bill Russell won 11 championships with Boston in 13 seasons between 1956 and 1969. All right. Next up, February 12th, 1968. Actor Gary Coleman was born on this day in Zion, Illinois. A child he was diagnosed with congenital kidney disease that started his growth. That's the reason why Gary Coleman was so short. People didn't understand. He's only 4'8" when he passed away. Of course, he was the lead actor and the star of the show Different Strokes. Right there with what's my man? Todd Bridges.
Todd Bridges.
Yeah.
Todd Bridges.
Yeah. If you don't know who he is, he was the one that said, "We talking about Willis." That was that little guy. All right. February 12th, 1986. This is special to me because my mother was a huge fan of this lady when she was alive. My mother got me into figure out as a kid, watching figure skating, and she her favorite skater was Debbie Thomas. Debbie Thomas she became the first African American woman to win the women's singles in U.S. figure skating. And she, I think a month later after that, she went on to beat the infamous Katarina Witt in figure skating to win her gold. All right, February the 12th, 1990. Drum roll, please. This is my last one. Golden State Warrior guard Klay Thompson, one half of the Splash Brothers duo out there in Golden State, was born on this day. Some folks may care, some folks may not.
That's good.
Happy birthday,
good.
Happy birthday, Klay.
Happy birthday, Klay.
All right. So we're gonna get into the main topic, the main meat of our podcast today. We're gonna talk about.
Wait. There's more.
There's more. You got more?
Before we roll into our topic, we gotta shout out our sponsors.
Oh yeah.
Those, that's some love.
It's funny. I keep forgetting about that. Like we don't have to pay bills or anything.
Right.
So it's crazy.
We gotta pay some bills. So we'll be right back right after this. So hang with us.
All right, thank you guys, and we're back. All right, so we're going to get into the topic today, and we're talking about protecting our women, not necessarily black women.
Yes.
We're going to get into that because, as we were researching for this particular topic, AD, as he always does every single week, he always send me a whole slew of homework to go through and videos to listen to and all that. And he sent me a video by the Honorable Malcolm X, who was dearly departed, and we miss him very much. He was the leader of the Muslim nation under Elijah Muhammad, and he sent me a video, and he was talking about the most underappreciated species on the planet is the black woman. The woman, the person that is never protected, almost never, is the black woman. And how the Elijah Muhammad taught them how, when it comes to our women, that we should kill for our women. Tupac, as a devout Muslim himself, said in one of his songs, he said, we gotta kill for our women, be real to our women. You know what I'm saying? And so, there is a lot of instances where where our black woman has not been protected. There are so many stories, if you think about. Like, and before we came back from break, we was talking about Centoya Brown. Those of you guys who are listening and remember her, who was kidnapped and was sex trafficked. And she ended up killing her capturer or her abductor. And was given a 51-year sentence. And was recently given clemency by the governor. Where was her defense? Who came to her aid? And it's funny, AD, that if at any instance where a black man is being brought down or shunned or whatever, there is a black woman right there to support and fighting for him and all of that. Hold on. All right, so we're talking about Centoya, and so Centoya, and there was no defense, and so the reason why this is coming up. Is that everybody's jumping on the Gayle King bandwagon. And I'm like, there's no protection for her. Even though Gayle was wrong on a number of levels, that's neither here nor there. You look at what Snoop Dogg did with Gayle, and he got on there and he called all kind of dog-faced bitches and things of this nature. Where is the protection? I mean, I understand your displeasure. I understand that you're upset. But you can't come any better than that. So as a fellow black man, what I totally discredit or downplay, not downplay, it's a bad word, but I don't condone Snoop Dogg's comments. That's the word. That's the word I'm looking for. Condone.
Condone. There you go.
I don't condone Snoop Dogg's comments. I think even though Gayle was wrong, but even though with Gayle, I think she was doing her job, but that's neither here nor there. That's another podcast altogether. So AD, where you at with it? Where you at?
Oh, with it's funny, because this has kind of arisen because of the Gayle King thing. In a sense, it's been a topic we've kind of wanted to do for a while. The thing is, and it's funny that you bring up the Malcolm X comment, because he's also said, he was in an interview, and someone was asking him about another brother, like, hey, what do you think of such and such, or someone else? I don't think they were Muslim. They were kind of like in Martin Luther King's camp or something of that nature. And he said, we should not, I'm not going to talk about my family in front of y'all. He said, I'm not going to talk about another brother in front of the media. I'm not going to expose and do that. If I have an issue, I will go to them. Like he said, the problem, we're all tearing each other down in public. And the thing is, like, I understand you're upset and you're angry, but there are ways. You're Snoop Dogg. I'm sure you have a number that's a number directly to Gayle King. If not, have her number.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Have some connection. You know,
yeah.
You're up there. You're connected. So they, like, you come out and you say, listen, I don't agree with what Gayle King said. That's it. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
But, you know, to go off like that is unnecessary, especially for someone at that level.
Yeah.
You know, like me and you, we are 1,000 people away from connecting with Gayle King.
Right.
You know, so if we were angry, that would be our only way to express it.
Right.
Even though, in a sense, we'll still be wrong, but it's our only way.
Right.
But when you're a star, you know, at that level, you know, you could say I don't agree, and we got you. You know, because things happen, and we're looking for other people's opinion. Like, am I wrong for being mad? And you see other people saying, no, you're not wrong. It was wrong. Whatever. We need to be mindful and start protecting our ladies, start protecting our women, or being more cautious in dragging them through the mud, you know, and not hanging them out to dry, not letting them, you know, hang there by themselves, because Gayle King is now by herself. You know, like, of course, Oprah Winfrey is her friend. So let's keep it 100. She's good with work.
Right.
You know, so
right.
She's good.
Yeah.
But if there was no Oprah Winfrey, she would really be 100% by herself.
Yeah.
Now, granted, what she did help alienate her within her own people, definitely.
Yeah.
Because you know, the other side is not gonna clamor for her or defend her or do anything for her. You know, they just used her to get ratings.
Right.
You know, so
They did that.
protecting our women, right, and protecting our black women is really important, because they're, you know, if you're not sort of statistic with sex trafficking and many women disappearing and nobody knowing or having any idea or even looking for them, it's become a problem. So we talk about, there are two places, of course. There's the in your family and in your community. Of course, in your family is pretty much self-explanatory. You know, if it's your wife, lady, girlfriend, whatever, your sister, your mother, you know, that your aunt, your cousin, it's no brainer. You know, if you see somebody in getting in their space, you know, you rise up like, yo, what's going on? You know, the I won't say controversy, but some of the issue is protecting your community,
right?
Because that's where my lady's out right now at work. I'm not there, so I know some of the brothers there. If something was to happen, would they step up and protect her?
Right.
You know, because that's what should be done.
Right.
Or will they let her fend for herself?
Right.
And we've seen that time and time again. Women having to take the hits by themselves, and with brothers just standing around and being witness to it. Like the lady in McDonald's, there were brothers standing there, and nobody stepped up.
Nobody.
You know, he reached over the counter. By the time he began to reach, someone should have been on his back.
Yeah.
Or something, doing something.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times we become complacent. We become bystanders.
Yeah.
You know, we're so quick to whip out our phone and record, but not intervene.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's one thing if I pull my phone out, here, you record, I'm about to beat this brother down. You know, like, you need to witness, have a recording of what's about to go down.
Right.
You know, or not, because then I might have something like, don't record this part, because, you know, like, but keeping it real, we need to be vigilant. You know, and as I speak to you guys, I speak to myself. You know, just being aware of what's happening around you.
Yeah.
You know, being aware of how people speak to your ladies, because some guys just say such, you know, unsightly things to women sometimes.
Crazy. Out of pocket. Just out of pocket.
Yeah, and just like, you know, like an old guy. Like, I was in Quick Trip. Old guy had to be like 60, 55, 60, maybe older. Was talking to a young lady, you know, like in an unseemly way, and I was like, that could be your granddaughter, dude. Like, what? Like, what are you doing? You know. So it's crazy how, and women just feel alone. And a lot of times I understand why black women get such a defense of handling stuff themselves, because they have protection and no one looking out for them. So we just wanted to kind of share that today. And I wanted to shout out Ben McBride. If y'all look him up, I saw him on a BET YouTube special, and how he defended a woman who got pulled over. We didn't see the whole incident. We just seen him standing up and hollering at the cops like, "Yo, how did you, disrespectfully handling the pullover and all that good stuff." Like, he just was going off on them in protecting her, telling them, that they were wrong. And that's the way we need to stand up for our women.
Yeah.
And I know putting your life in danger, is not what we should always do, but you stand up. You stand up. And that's what we teach about brotherhood legacy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just stand out, you stand up.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times we're sitting down on the job when things are happening, things are occurring in front of us. Even if a child is getting unseemly to their mother, granted, you can't grab them because sometimes you just want to
snatch them
put
up.
your hand on them, just want to snatch them up.
Yeah.
But you can't.
Right.
But you just sometimes you got to speak up.
Yeah.
And Terry and me and Terry had a discussion before I started recording where he's like, "Yo, we need to start recording because we getting into this."
Yeah.
So in some of the videos that I sent him, someone put a comment about stepping up, and he was like, the problem with stepping up to, and he basically said random black women. He was like, you step up, and then the woman doesn't want the help or shoots you down because she don't need you.
Right.
He was like, that's why he doesn't step up.
Right.
And Terry, you shared your rebuttal to that.
Yeah, my rebuttal would be simply if she says, I don't need you, I got this handle or whatever, that's fine.
Right.
But don't just stand there, do something.
Right.
If she doesn't want your help, okay, because women also, this is for you too, is to be receptive of help. I get that we're independent. I get that we can do this thing on our own. I get that you don't need no man. I understand, sister. I understand, sis. But be receptive. And so if we're receptive, then there's nobody's feelings get involved. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the deal. And any man, white, black, green, blue, indifferent, if you put your hands on a woman, you're a punk. If you're just an absolute punk, you need to be drugged. But see, D.L. Hughley said something in the YouTube video you sent me, and he said, because you're not supposed to put your hands on nobody.
Right.
But once you do, all bets are off. You know what I'm saying? And it's time. I told you I watched the videos. See?
Right. Very good. Very good.
So, but all bets are off, and then it's time to retaliate. Think about this. All of us have mothers. Either she's gone to heaven or she's still here. But we got mothers. I want every man to think just for a second, if that was your mother in that McDonald's getting snatched over the counter.
Right.
If your mother was Centoria Brown.
Right.
If your mother was Sandra Bland. Just think about all of these people.
Right.
All these disparaged sisters who have no protection there. There is not one man in place, but you got people like Snoop Dogg and LA Truth jumping on the bandwagon and bashing this woman. Ain't nobody come to her defense. Now I get it, she wrong.
Right.
She's wrong in two left shoes. We all understand the anger. We get it. But at the same time though, because what happens is that when the black man decides that he wants to bash his sister, guess who follows suit?
Right. Exactly. You're right. The other man. right.
And so what? So what does that mean? So now we going through now they're being disparaged some more.
Right.
Now we can think we can go back even further. We can talk about slavery days when the black woman was carrying the child of the slave master, taking care of his babies, breastfeeding his children.
Right.
No protection. Maybe back then it's a little different because they couldn't really retaliate. But at the same time though, but that's going through. And it's like the other one, the overstater on YouTube. I told you I watched the video. But the overstater, she said it. All that stuff starts back from slavery, and it's true.
Right.
And I was just like, we have to learn how to protect our sisters.
Yes.
We all have sisters and aunties and grandmas and mamas, and we got. Come on.
Right.
I mean, like I said, with the situation with Gail, I get it. Everybody's mad with Gail. Okay, Gail she's the only black woman in history that lose her black card on Black History Month. I got it. But we still have to defend somehow what Snoop Dogg did, what everybody else did. It was just you can, like you said earlier, you can voice your displeasure without calling her out of her name, exactly. or without personally attacking her. This woman receiving death threats because of what she said this Kobe interview. I can guarantee you much that it was black people that are threatening to send her death threats. Who does that?
That's that, yeah. Who with death? Like, come on.
Listen, Kobe left a legacy. Is it complicated? Maybe so to some people. Other people, not so much. No. But you have the right to have that opinion, and you can't be threatened with death because you don't go with the majority. Right.
You're right.
We gotta protect. We gotta protect them because I remember when I was little, and my daddy wasn't always a pastor. The man that raised me wasn't always a pastor. He wasn't always that good guy.
Right.
And I remember when I was about 4 or 5, maybe even 6, I remember him pushing my mama over the bathroom tub. I never will forget it.
Wow.
And I'm sitting there, and I watched him do this from the hallway.
Wow.
And I remember running and jumping on his back.
Wow.
And just, I couldn't do anything with him because he was left-handed and he was a big guy, and then nothing to do. He was 6 years old.
Right.
But I remember at a young age to protect my mother, and that was always my mentality.
Right.
These men out here that has opened their mouth to badmouth, bash, call chicks bitches, all this other good stuff, bad stuff. I'm sorry, Melissa, get on me about that. Bad stuff, and it's okay with you.
Right.
But let somebody else call your mom a bitch.
Right.
Let somebody else call your sister a bitch, or your auntie, or your come on. We're ready to fight, but you can do it. Y'all need to quit. Really, I need for all the guys to sit down somewhere and just take a seat. It's okay to talk about your anger. It's okay to be mad.
Right.
But watch your mouth.
Right.
To your queens, watch your mouth.
Yes. Because know that words stain, words stick. And they never. Someone can forgive, but those words never go away.
Feel me?
Never go away. That's a relationship advice right there.
I'm telling you,
those words never go away.
Ting.
Right. You'll get past it, but trust, they stick. They stay.
You're gonna feel that, man. You're gonna feel that. And
so we have to be mindful of our words, our actions, how we treat our ladies. And if you have daughters, how you treat your queen matters. It's what they see, and then what they accept. It's what they see, and then it's what they accept. Because now you are setting the standard. Like, okay, this is how I deserve to be treated,
right.
And they're gonna follow that path. And it's crazy how, unbeknownst, no one willingly gets into an abusive relationship, but they just seem to fall into that pattern based on what they grew up seeing.
Right.
So it's that always boggles my mind how that happens.
It boggles mine too, brother. It boggles mine too. Like, if y'all don't quit, and protect you got some of y'all are girl dads, or some of y'all.
Right.
Let's see. Let me rephrase, because there are some guys that are girl dads, and there are some dads that there are some men that have girls. There's a difference.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, protect your seeds. Protect. They don't have to be your seed.
Right.
If you see someone out in public and they're being disparaged, and they're, because I remember, back when Trump, like we were saying before we came on air, back when Trump was running for office, a woman was being disparaged in a crowd.
Right.
And every man that was in that crowd, black, white, or indifferent, they had a camera out, but not one person helped them.
Yeah, didn't step in there.
Those cameras.
Right.
You trying to go viral. This woman getting her head bashed in.
Right.
Come on, man. We got to quit that. That's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy. Right. And I'm like Forrest Gump. That's all I got to say about that.
So that's we have to just so the key takeaways is to be aware be vigilant, and then do something. Do something. My ladies out there, do something. Don't let some dude run up on her. Do something. Just like if yours is out there, I got you. We protect each other like a village. Do something.
Boom! I want to thank you for supporting the Brothers Who Talk. So listen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. 2 things I need you to do. Make sure you comment, tell us how much you love us, and like this page. Oh wait, another third, subscribe. Make sure you're subscribing to the YouTube page. Make sure you're subscribing to our podcast, no matter what platform that you're listening to. So the main thing is, I appreciate you even listening and making it this far. Next, what I need you to do is to hit that link right there. Go to the Brothers Who Talk Now, and be a part of our growth. Support our Patreon page, get some behind the scenes of all our shenanigans, and learn some things. We'll show you how we do our podcast and the equipment we use and how we hook things up. All right? So thank you so much for supporting. Have an awesome day. And again, thank you.
Thank you for watching and listening to the Brothers Who Talk. Brothers Who Talk with Terry and AD. Check us out again next week, where we bring you a steaming helping of common sense, laughs, and advice. We can be found on any podcasting platform, iTunes, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. We're also on milehighradio.com, Saturdays at 12 Eastern. See you there.